Good evening, Raider Nation, and welcome to the Raiders Last Call. I'm your host, 401 Raider Jeff, and tonight, Jason Downs is here with us tonight. Chris Raiders is out this week. He's on his way back home from Vegas after spending this Thanksgiving out there. Living at Raider Nation Life, he'll be back with us on Monday during the Monday morning quarterback show. Safe travels, buddy. So tonight, it's all about one thing. Hang on here. Raiders Chargers this Sunday at LA. The Raiders head into this matchup beat up, inconsistent, and still trying to figure out who they are. Olson is stepping in as the OC for the rest of the season. 6 games to show whether he can wake this offense up or whether it's just another chapter in a long, frustrating year. The Chargers, same story of a season, talented roster, sloppy execution, stadium full of Raider fans whenever we show up in their city. Sunday will be a Raider game, a home Raider game. Can this team take advantage of it? Tonight, we're breaking down the matchups, the expectations, the adjustments, what needs to change for the Raiders to walk out of LA with the win. So let's go ahead and let's get into this. Jason, how was your Thanksgiving? Let's start with that, brother.
Thanksgiving was good. We had a good meal, good time with the family, and nice and enjoyable. Good football on TV, and I don't know if anybody's paid attention to Netflix, but we started to watch season 5 of Stranger Things, and so that's pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah.
You're going to start with talking about Stranger Things?
Well,
You know what's
I
strange?
can.
You know what's strange? This shitty ass season that we're being stuck in.
That's what I'm talking about. It kind of goes all together. They could have
Uh,
made. They could have made season this. The Raiders season could be season 5 of Stranger Things. It really could. And it wouldn't even be a sci-fi. It's just a comedy.
Starring Geno Smith with a special guest appearance from Chip Kelly, who's only in half the
Yeah.
episodes.
Yeah.
Well, let's say hello to the chat. If one person noticed this morning, and then I got a text from somebody that I'd set the show to start at 9 a.m. this morning. So, in all fairness, in my defense, I was putting this shit together at like 3 in the morning last night. So, I just thought I switched it to 9. I forgot to switch the AM to PM. So,
I don't know
I,
who called you.
you did.
No,
But
yeah, okay, well,
Donuts Duncan posted this morning at 8:30. This is an early last call. And I'm like, shit. So Donuts, thanks for being the first one in the chat. There's no denying that one. 8:30 this morning. It was 12 hours.
eh,
And he's still here now. That's a long week,
well,
man.
that's just it. He didn't get the memo to that. Yeah, we were going to do it at 6 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, yeah. Daniel Berry's in the house. Michael Guerrero's in the house. Uh,
What's up, Michael Guerrero?
oh yeah.
Hi.
Rosetown's there. What's up?
Rosetown.
I didn't think you were going to be
Chris
home.
is here.
I just got home like about 45 minutes ago.
Uh, AO's here. What's up, man? PNW Mark, what's up, my guy? I haven't seen you in a few days.
Ooh, yeah. Welcome back.
Accelerator. We have a chance to beat the Chargers because we have the element of surprise with the new OC, and Chargers don't make good adjustments. Yeah, but they've also had a bye week too, so they've had 2 weeks to get ready for this game. Fuckers.
Who was surprised? Probably in the same old scheme anyway, so what's the surprise?
Yeah. Let's see. Rosetown's in the house. Raider Travis is here. What's up, Raider Travis? How you doing, brother? Hey, congrats on your milestone there, brother. That's awesome.
Oh, that's a
All
20,
the all the kudos in the world to you, my guy.
is that 20 years, the 20 years guy?
19, 19 years.
Yeah, congratulations
Hurry,
on
I'm
that.
thinking I'm celebrating 5 years on Thanksgiving Day, and this son bitch got 19 on me. God bless him. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I better get 5 minutes. So yeah, congratulations, guys. That's a milestone right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Charges underestimating is will win. I hope so, man. 'Cause I don't want no loss. Well, Chris, I didn't think you were going to be here tonight because you said you probably weren't
Dude,
going to be home in time.
I planned to be home like an hour and a half ago, but the Vegas traffic, man, I tried to anticipate. So I was going to leave Sunday. I said, no, leave Saturday. Why everybody leave Sunday? But they say they thought the same way. Like, God damn it, you assholes. It took 4.5 hours to get here. You just like 3 hours, 3.5 hours. I
No
made it.
problem, brother. You earned that. Congrats, man. That's a huge accomplishment.
Yeah.
And plus, and plus, and
My
plus, I,
wife's at 10
and plus,
years.
and plus, I had to be here, man, because I don't want to get written up by HR because that guy's a jerk. I don't want to be written up.
Well, I am going to tell you right now that I have all the questions and everything written based on me asking Jason. I didn't think you were going to be here. So at least I put it to your channel. So I wasn't going to do that,
You
not
can
do
go.
that.
You can go ahead, man. It don't matter to me. Man, you can do. You can freestyle. Jason can do all the answers. I'm cool with that because he's the smartest man in the room. So
Yeah, dude, your mic's all staticky.
yeah, I'm gonna be on Jester right now.
Chris
How about
acting
that?
extra grumpy tonight. No, he's not grumpy right now.
How about that?
He didn't have to watch sports today.
All right, I'll be right back. Let me start this crap.
Shit. Is my shit choppy too? Because Jason, yours is too now.
Am I choppy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are. I just got here. I'm not grumpy. I just got
How's
here.
that? Was that choppy?
Nah, your voice is though.
My voice is choppy?
Yeah. Like your mic's cutting in and out. It's choppy everywhere. God damn it.
Oh,
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, 5 years. 5 years Thanksgiving Day was my milestone. What's up, Gravy?
how's the mic now?
You're good. How that
You
sound?
good now?
All
I'm
right.
still choppy.
No,
If
you're
you have
good now too, Chris.
if you have echo cancellation on it, it's not working right.
Oh, I'm still choppy. Let me check.
Yeah. All right, so my settings are all good.
Echo calculation.
Yeah, we blame Gino on that one.
Yeah.
All right, looks like we're all good now. All right, well, let's get into this then. So we're going to start discussing the opening thoughts here, the energy going into this game. So with that being said, with everything going on, I guess for both of you then, the new OC and messy season, road games that basically a road game that's basically a home game because how well the Raiders show up. Someone's got the sound running in the background because I can hear it double. I can hear myself. I don't know who it is.
It's not me.
Oh, you know what it is?
It is you.
Is it me?
Because when I talk, I see a microphone light. No, I see Chris's light up now.
Maybe it's you.
It's not me.
It's Chris's.
Can't blame me. How about that?
You got your phone playing the show?
Nope.
Not you, Chris.
I'm back in my heat shit, as you can tell.
Yeah.
How about now?
Well, hold on. I'll tell you. As soon as I talk, and yeah, I don't hear it now. We're good.
Nah.
All right. So, start this again. With everything going on, new OC, messy season, road game that's basically a home game. What's your confidence level, both of you? We'll start with Chris first. What's your confidence level going into this game for the Raiders?
From 1 to 10, or you want this confidence level high or low? I mean,
Yeah, we can do a 1 to 10 on that.
from 1 to 10, my confidence level is like about 6.
It's better than half. All right.
3.
And
Jason's keeping it a little more real. What's up, Ray Paul?
I say 6 because they used to play Australia tough, but you know, the Raiders have won a game in LA since they were LA Raiders. Seemed like years ago that was. So
I'm gonna just kind of take middle of the road because I think we got a chance, but then I also think we don't. So I'm just gonna stick it with a 5 because I really don't know how to read this team. If Chip Kelly was still there, I would be on Jason's side with the 3. With Olson taking over now, I'm giving it those 2 extra points and putting us at a 50-50 shot here because we don't know what we're going to see yet. We don't know if we're going to see status quo or if we're going to see something different, you know? So do you guys feel like this team is still fighting, or does it feel like they're just about ready to give it up and like the season's over and they just want to go home and stop playing golf?
No, I think they're still competing. The problem is they can compete as hard as they want. There's just not a whole lot of talent. Especially when you start in between the tackles. It's just until that gets resolved and we can develop a receiver that can take a load off of Brock Bowers. That's just the way it's going to be. I would be at a 0 if we still had Chip Kelly. I'm pushing a 3 because I really truly think Greg Olson is going to manipulate the play calling a little bit more and maybe give Geno a little bit, but whether or not Geno can handle resetting the play at the line of scrimmage. I truly believe that the reason why Geno doesn't have autonomy at the line of scrimmage is because he can't handle it.
What's up, Rebel? What were you going to say, Chris?
No, he said 0. I'll give it a 1. So I was trying to give a little bit of credit because I'm a Raider fan. So I give him a little bit if Chip Kelly was there. I can see your 0.
So you're giving him the home field advantage, basically.
I give the Raiders a 1 on that if you say it like that. But 0, that's jeez. Why even show up?
Yep.
Well, like Nation said, I'm gonna comment on what he said. I went there on that part. They're gonna compete because you gotta remember, we got 20-something free agencies on this team. They're gonna try to fight. Okay, they might not be on the Raiders next year, but they're gonna be on somebody's team next year. So they're gonna play their damnedest to make sure that, hey, watch my tape. I was doing good, but the Raiders sucked, but I was doing good. So they're gonna be
on deserve to be here. I'll say that much.
In their position, so they're still gonna do their thing. They're not gonna just give up like, just go get a touchdown. So
So playing off of what I said about Greg Olson and how that may or may not change things, with still the jury's still out until the game is over, basically, to see what happens. So Greg Olson takes over. Do you guys think anything actually changes, or do you think he's going to simplify the offense? Is he going to improve the QB reads and rhythm? Red zone issues first. We got to get to the red zone. And then do you think there's going to be like a change of pace and aggressiveness? Because that's what's missing, is that aggressiveness. But I don't think we have the right mix. What do you guys think on that? We'll start with Chris.
I'll say go ahead, Jason, because I'm going to ask Jason before you start with this. Remember Greg Olson's offense he ran when he was here? Was it a fast-paced offense, or was it slow? Was it a West Coast offense, or what kind of offense was it, Jason? Do you remember?
It's fundamentally is West Coast offense because it comes from it was actually Gruden's offense.
Right.
And it was not fast paced because if you remember, we were burning timeouts and getting delayed games because we weren't ready. With that, even when we had that run at the end of the 2021 when we made the playoffs?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so if you go back and you recount, say, for example, the Cleveland game that we won for 15-13, I think it was the score. And you just saw how the offense was like between the 20s was just fine, but we would get stuck in the mud down on the goal line or in the red zone because there was no I don't think Olson was ready for that. You see what I'm saying? I don't think he was ready to use Gruden's offense. Even though he was offensive coordinator with John Gruden, he held the clipboard. He wasn't no offensive coordinator. He held the clipboard. Okay.
What was it? Who was he? Was he with Gruden? No, he wasn't with Gruden the first time. This is Olson's third go around with us now.
This is his third go around. I want to say he was with us with Tom Cable.
I think, yeah.
So that was like before Del Rio, then, right?
You sure it wasn't Mike White? Was it White?
No, it wasn't. No,
White was in the.
White was with Art Shell.
Yeah, because he's the one that took over as the head coach after Art Shell was.
Right. And then I want to say he was with Tom Cable. Was it OC with Tom Cable?
I'd have to look. I just thought of it now. Other than that, it would have been prepared.
If anybody in the chat wants to Google that, just so we get it correct. I mean, I don't want to be. I mean, it's not. I know this is his third go around, and his second go around with John Gruden as an offensive coordinator. Basically, When the offense came off the field, Gruden turned around, handed him his clipboard, and said, "Hold this until we go back on offense." That's all he did. But yeah, donuts. He will. Well, there's no installation of a new offense. And I don't even think the philosophy is really going to change as far as what the overall scheme is. But I think the system, what he'll probably end up doing is being a little bit more deliberate with how he calls the plays. Versus with Chip, I think some of the rumors and the rambling that I heard is there were plays being called during these games recently in the last few weeks that hadn't even been practiced.
I heard about that. We
You know,
talked about that
and when
Friday night. Yeah.
yeah, so it's like there were some of the plays that were just like we haven't run that play since preseason. Why are we calling it now? I think Greg, I think, is smart enough to understand what our deficiencies are, especially with the offensive line, and maybe try to attack some of that or get away from, so they don't become a liability as much. They're going to be a liability. I'm sorry, when our offensive line, it has nothing to do with them, misreading a block or anything. They just purely get their ass kicked when the ball's snapped. So it has nothing to do with, well, I didn't know that, I misread the play, or I didn't, oh man, I'm sorry, I missed that. No, you got your ass kicked because you were laying on your back when the play was over.
We got an answer about the
Dennis Allen, there we go. Anthony Sperano, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but the question I'm asking is that you think that say for instance, Genty rush for 5-6 carries for -2 yards. You think Olsen gonna give up the running play? That's what Kelly did. Soon, Genty couldn't run. He just stopped running the ball completely. Because Greg Olson was under Gruden, and Gruden, is the quarterback guru, and they like passing the ball. Do you think that Olsen gonna say, "Well, we can't run the ball"? He's gonna give up on it, or he's gonna keep trying to run the ball?
Well, Chip actually gave up on after we had positive runs. He would give up on the run game. So Genty would get a 5-yard or a 7-yard run, and they'd be clean runs, not something where he's getting hit 2 yards and then using his strength and doing some type of mosh pit to where, because those aren't clean runs, that where they're getting 7-8 yards off of a mosh pit, or I don't know, Portuguese tush push, if you want to call it that, where the
Portuguese tush push.
I'm not a Portuguese, bitch.
I don't like Portuguese.
I'm half Portuguese.
Oh, yeah, that means you're half right.
That's right.
Oh my goodness! I'm gonna be Nigerian or Somalian or something like that.
All I know is a week from today, I get to go to my favorite restaurant. We do this every year on December 6th. It's the anniversary of my dad's passing. So we go out to the cemetery, and then we stop in Fall River on the way back, and we go to this specific Portuguese restaurant, and the food there is absolutely amazing. Because Fall River is a huge Portuguese community. So
there is nothing better than Portuguese food, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, those damn sausages, man. I want those sausages.
Yeah, and especially a Portuguese Basque restaurant. Have you ever been to a Basque restaurant? Oh my god!
Maybe, who knows? I couldn't even tell you.
That's it. Basically, it's like the one I went to was like a barn, and they just seat you. You just go in, you sit down. You don't order food or none. You just sit there, and they just start bringing out tons of different food.
Is that right?
And
dude, I'll tell you, one of the best weddings I ever went to was catered. It was done at a Portuguese banquet hall, and the food came out a la carte, and it was all like codfish cakes, the Portuguese rice, the blade meat. It was,
it's all good.
15, 20 years ago, and it's still the best wedding I ever went to. It was awesome.
That's something, Jason. That's something. One time when I was younger, I went to a 7-course restaurant meal that has 7 courses, and there's no menu. You need to sit down. As soon as you sit down, they bring you this, in a row. That's what it sounds like a 7 course.
Yep.
You know,
Yep. And they put flask of wine on the table for you.
they don't ask you, do you eat pork? They don't ask you that. They bring it to you. If you don't eat it, just take it away. So
Let's see what did Donna say. I'm not sure how we'll be able to run consistently with this O-line. Each of the three interior O-line had their turn in the ground against the Browns. Yeah,
Yep.
they did.
they had more than one turn. They had
Yeah.
I'm just.
they had free tickets.
I guess what I'm hoping for is the fact that with Chip Kelly gone, there's a different atmosphere in the locker room with the players on the offensive side because he's not there. Maybe there's a little bit more of a relaxed attitude, knowing that Greg Olson's going to be the one that's been calling the plays. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. Whether that's the real deal or not, we won't know until the whistle blows and the ball gets kicked off on Sunday. Until that time comes, I haven't heard anything this week as far as any changes being made on the O-line. If they're doing it, they haven't said shit about it. Everything's been kind of quiet. I just went and looked at the roster. Nothing's changed in a few days, so it's still the same setup, which means everybody that loves Geno, you get to watch him play again tomorrow as starting quarterback. So that ain't changing.
Yeah, I'm so happy.
It's not going to change, unfortunately, as long as Pete's here, unless it comes down from above and they say you got to sit him if we want to win some games. But somebody said it here earlier. Let me go back. Where is it? Hang on. There it is. I think, Rebel said it. The Rebel and me just don't want to see Pete and Gino win and fuck up that draft position. I hear you. I
get it.
100% I understand that, and I agree in a way. I do want to see us fucking win at least another game or two this season, and if it's going to be a win, I want it to be a divisional game win so we don't get shut out again. Go ahead, Jason.
I've heard the word tank, and it probably came out of my mouth a couple times. Might as well tank type. Mostly I say it out of spite because I'm pissed. But after we've been watching all these college football games, because I know every one of you guys, all 30 of you in here, have been scouting college football on the weekend because that's about all we got left to do this year is scout the college football games. Is there anybody in this draft that you would absolutely lose on purpose for?
Me?
Knowing that besides Caleb Downs, is there anybody in this draft that you would absolutely go, we're going to lose. I don't care if we lose because we want the number one pick because that's the guy.
Nah, not really. All person I can think of that'd be a good pick would be Dane, but other than that, nope.
Yeah.
What's up, Martinez? No, Portuguese food's still better.
Even Mendoza, I wouldn't lose games on purpose to get him. I mean, he's a good quarterback. He's doing great in Indiana. They play Ohio State in the championship game. But I don't see us losing games to get him. Because they get him, he got to sit here. He's going to sit here. If Pete Carroll's there, he's going to sit here anyway, regardless.
If I was drafting a quarterback with the number one pick with this team right now, the way their roster is constructed, and we don't improve it drastically in the offseason, he's sitting no matter what.
Oh, he's going to sit anyway. But we get down to the Duncans. That's our pick. Like Caleb Downs, Fernando, and Dane. Those only three I see. I don't say worth losing, but if you're going to get a top pick, you got to pick one of those three. One of those.
I don't see anybody that I would. Thanks, Accelerator. I appreciate that, brother. It's 15 years this year. Could Gruden come back? I doubt it. I can't imagine seeing us bring. I don't want to be part of a Gruden 3.0. But I just don't see anybody out there like, oh, we got to have him with that number 2.
Salute Raiders Unleashed. I see it.
There's nothing I see in there.
Yeah, there's nothing to change for. It's not like what the coach do a few years back, suck for luck. I don't see anybody there. I don't see anybody there.
Yeah, and you're right. Tank ain't in the Raiders oath. And I'll tell you what else too is the fact that we don't have to purposely tank. We just are that bad where we're not going to win.
What's the word that you use?
I used to say
organically.
last year, organically tank. We're organically tanking because
Organically
we are
tank.
just that bad. I mean, what more do I have to say?
Yeah.
We're
We're
tanking.
not a good team.
We
Nope.
are incognito tankers. We just don't know it yet.
Yeah. You know what it is? It's the fan base just needs to come to grips with the
Salute,
fact
Bueno.
that we're not a good team. You just have to understand that. You can't expect us that we're going to go out there and win every week. You want us to, as a Raider fan, I get it. But when you look at it in football sense, not the fan, how do we match up against these teams that are left? You know, you've got the Chargers tomorrow, okay, in LA, which we haven't won against them in LA since they've been in SoFi. The defense is pretty damn good. They're not the Cleveland Browns style defense, but they're still damn good. Our defense isn't the best, but it's serviceable against San Diego. But then we got the Broncos. Then you got the Philadelphia Eagles. Then you got, now granted, the Eagles look like shit yesterday.
Yeah, they did. I was gonna say they didn't impress me too much yesterday.
They're on the ropes. Houston's got one hell of a defense. If you think we're gonna have an easy time with Houston, you're crazy.
Will Anderson is going to eat
Then
him
we got
alive.
what? We got the Giants and then the Chiefs, right? Am I missing a team in there somewhere?
Yeah, but you don't think about Will Anderson the way Garrett did. Will Anderson do the same thing to him. They're going to eat him
Oh,
alive.
dude, they were nasty. They're nasty.
It's not just Will Anderson, Hunter.
But Will Anderson,
And they got a hell of a secondary.
Yeah, they do. And also, Will Anderson, they got a good defensive line. Period. They're like the number one defense in the league. So I don't see the offensive line blocking any one of those guys. Who gonna block them?
You get a coat from the. Will you get a coat from the college ranking? What?
I think at coach.
Coach, maybe. Oh, who knows?
Coach.
What's up,
yeah.
I'm not bueno. What's up, brother? Let's see. Lord Rochitas, what's up, my guy? Unless you use that number to pick the trade back and acquire more draft pick. Bingo!
Yep,
Exactly what I wanted to do. What we should have done last year, too, instead of taking Genty. This team could have looked completely different. Unintentionally tanking. Yep. Organically, as I say it. Would you get a coach? I don't know what I want to do with coach, to be honest with you. We'll get into that another time, but yeah. It's not a great team, or is it not a great coach team? There's no reason our second and all three of our third should not be playing at least 70% of the snaps at this point in the season. And I agree with that 100%.
Yep.
My biggest thing on it's evident that it's bad coaching is our offensive line. How did our offensive line go from being decent last year? Not great, not stupendous. They were decent.
They were improved.
Absolute dog shit this year. I mean, this is the worst offensive line I think I've ever seen. And I don't mean just in the Raiders. I think this is one of the worst offensive lines in any team in the last few years that I've seen.
Awful. Minus Andre James, the personnel's pretty much the same.
Yeah.
You know,
and that's what I mean. It's like, how do we?
And I'm going to the beginning of the year how shitty it was. Yeah. Other than the first other than the first game against the Patriots, they held their own fairly well. They still gave up 4 sacks, but we were able to overcome those sacks and still move the ball. Against the Broncos in the first quarter, say 20 minutes of the game when JPJ was in there and we were running the ball, I kind of had that feeling that they had their shit together and they could get downhill on these guys and get them blocked. But after that, it's like, what? I mean, last week was ridiculous. Ridiculous. I mean, there were so many people outside the organization, outside of Raider Nation, that was saying that was probably the worst offensive performance they've ever seen. Period. The end. Worst offensive line performance. And where do we go from there? How do we improve on that?
Well, we're going to kind of cover some of this stuff. So, this kind of ties in with Olson taking over. What's the first thing Olson needs to adjust to give this offense a chance? I mean, I think it's kind of obvious, but I want to hear what you guys think first, because I got a thought on this. See if you guys hit it.
They're gonna have to get outside the 3 hole, stay outside the 3 gap and the A gap. They just can't. We're not going to play smash. We're not going to run the ball smash mouth, even though that's our running back that we drafted as kind of a smash mouth type running back. We can't do that. And we're not going to be able to do it against the Chargers. Chargers got a good defensive line, so we're going to have to figure out a way to get outside the 3 and outside the 5, outside the 9, and some power toss. I know we ran power toss. Which game was it? The Broncos game. We ran it 3-4 times, and it was successful. Get him out on the edge. Get him on a 1-on-1 with the defensive back. Mm-hmm. So and then if you need to throw some dump offs to him out in the flat to get it and utilize that as part of your run game, so be it. But there's no way we can run 14 belly or 13 belly.
What do you think, Chris? What do you think is one of the things he needs to address?
Well, the first thing I want to address is that Geno can't take those 7-step drops in the passing play, because if you get set by the time you get 7 steps back, the defense is already in the backfield. He did a quick 3 steps, whatever, short drop, quick plays out. Just like quick slants, quick outs, and just do that. Because the defense line can't hold a block for no longer than half a second. So you got to get the ball out quick, get it out, and stop trying to become like, hey, look, he needs to get it out quick. Design a play where a slant or an out, or maybe out to the flats to one of the running backs, one guy named Mozart, get him involved in the game, and give it to them. Because when he's taking 7-step back, the defense is already back there waiting for the ball to be snapped. Because that's how bad our offensive line is. It's like, well, I agree with Jason exactly what he said. Exactly what Jason said. Get Genty out on the outside. He did better when he did that. He had more space, more room to run, more room to do what he had to do. Running up A gap and all that stuff in the middle, it's not working for us. We have no blockers to cover that A gap. Because I don't care if you're a subpar, you can be a third string defensive lineman, you'll get a tackle. That's how bad our offensive line is. So Geno can take 3 steps back, boom, and dump it off. Let Tucker, let Bowers, let whoever's like Thornton, whoever to catch the ball, and let them use their athleticism and their speed to make plays. If it's a first down, they do a quick slant, they get 7 yards. That's better than a first down, they get hit 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they need to do. Let San Diego know that, we're not just going to run the ball. We are going to run the ball, but we're going to do other things too. I think Greg Olson has enough experience, especially on John Gruden, to realize that. He probably sat and watched. He probably on silent and said, what the fuck play was that? So we'll see, because he know we have to work with the offensive line. We'll see make adjustments to Geno. Say, Geno, get the ball at your goddamn hand. If you're going to throw the ball, do not throw it high. Throw it low, so if he don't catch it, nobody catches it. That's all I got to say about
that. I definitely agree with you both that it's an offensive line. I think it all starts there, and I think Travis just put it the right way, too. Put everybody that's still active and not injured back in their original positions. At this point, put Meredith back at center. Put Parham at left guard. Forsythe's at left tackle, Glaze at right tackle. That right guard position, I still don't know what you want to do there. If it was me, I'd be saying, fuck it, we're putting Caleb Rogers in there. Cappy your ass is on the bench. At this point, what do you got to lose? Geno's already getting beat up and banged up as it is. He's not a small guy. He's a big son of a bitch. Get his ass in the game. Get him some playing time against this defense that's coming up, and get him ready for the rest of the season, basically, and let him start the rest of the way. JPJ's not coming back. Nope. He shouldn't come back this season at this point. What's he going to come back for? Same thing with Colton Miller.
They don't need to come back.
You should finish the season with. Well, people have been talking about, no, if they come back, they're going to be. No, screw that. Those two mean more to me in 2026 than they do for the rest of these shitty-ass games that mean absolutely nothing. And why take a chance of them getting hurt again or hurt more by putting them back in now? It makes no sense. Absolutely no sense. Get them rested 100%, just like we did last year with Max. We shut him down early. He went and got the surgery, and he's healthy this year. He's got his knee a little every little bit now and then, but he's good. And I'll do the same with these guys. You know, so I agree it's the offensive line. I agree with Travis by putting everybody back in their respective positions. Um, and it's got to be more heavy run. It has to be. I want to see at least 25 to 30 run plays, and not like you said, Jason. Not in the gaps between the guards and the center. Get him outside where he can use his God given talent to make plays on his own and to do something. Yep. We're not going to get it up the middle, but the more run plays we run, the more we beat up their defensive line. And it also forces them to start respecting the fact that, hey, these guys are going to run the ball, which then, like everybody else knows, you have a heavy run game. It puts respect on the passing game, or not on the passing game. It puts respect on the running game, which then they start stacking the box a little bit more to stop the run. And then that's where Brock Bowers comes in and slays your ass. With these short little slants across the middle, little dump offs for 5 yards, and then he turns it into 10 to 15 yards after he catches it. That's what he's known for. That's what he's done this season. That's what he's done last season. Use him for his ability. It's the only way you're going to get Brock Bowers involved is get these defenses respecting the run and not sitting back there just going, no, they can't throw the ball either, so we're just gonna stack it. And all of a sudden, Gentry blasts off for a 25-yard run, and now they're like, oh, wait a minute.
Good question. So who makes the final decision about the offensive lineup? Is it OC? Is it the head coach? Or is it the offensive line coach? Who makes the final decision who started on the line?
I don't know if it's Brennan. I don't know if it's Pete. I don't know if it's the OC. Right now, I don't know who the fuck is in charge of what. Because was Chip Kelly even in charge of anything, it seems like?
He's in charge of the Eagle. That's the only thing.
So let's strike some common sense into this conversation real quick.
Go for it.
Who do you think should have the say on who starts?
The offensive coordinator.
OC.
Okay.
Because now, it's the only way that his vision and his plays are going to work is if the guys are in their right spots.
Right.
So it should be the OC. But I bet it's not.
Now, if you have dissension amongst your offensive coordinator and your offensive line coach, which that could be a possibility, right? There'd be a little dissension. Who gets the final say then?
What's up, Moval?
They'll probably go to head coach if it's like that.
So it would default to the head coach, right? So if the offensive coordinator and the offensive line coach cannot agree upon how they're going to set that offensive line, then the head coach has to step in because ultimately he's the carrier of the team. So he has to. It ultimately falls back onto him, and then, as they say, shit runs downhill. Right? Okay, starts at the top and runs downhill. So
let me say this. I'm gonna cut you off. Let me say something real quick. Okay, both of you guys were in the civil service. Jeff over here was the fireman. You were a police officer. You know how it works. It goes rank and file. You know what? It goes from the top to the second to the third. So who's on top? Head coach. Who's second behind head coach is the coordinators.
Shut up,
Rose. Down to the line coaches or whatever coach. It goes at them. They're at the bottom of the pecking order. So if it goes to that, the head coach makes the final decision. The thing is that the OC should be in charge of all. He's the offense coordinator. That means all the offense, everything from line to running backs to wide receivers, tight ends, everything. If there's dissension in anything, who's dissension against? The offensive line coach? He has no say in the matter. No, I'm the offensive coordinator. I say he's playing center. That's it. Done deal. I don't care what you think he can do. I'm saying we're gonna play center. If he mess up, then it's okay.
But the offensive line coach is in the meeting room with them. He's in the individual.
I understand that.
Okay, hold on. So his input has to have some weight going forward. Now, if the offensive coordinator thinks it could be somebody else, then ultimately he has to make that call, or they have to default and collaborate together to determine which route they're going to go. You see what I'm saying? So
I get your point.
It can't.
It doesn't matter. You collaborate, you work with each other. What do you think? What you think that? But my opinion is this way. I'm the offensive coordinator. I'm gonna say this. You can collaborate all you want to. It should be no distinction in that room when they talk. It should be a foundation.
It should be harmonious. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And it shouldn't come down to, I'll tell my daddy I want him to start. So that's
where dissension. See, that's where the dissension can come into play because we have nepotism built into that hire. So if you eliminate that nepotism, now it's the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach, the offensive coordinator, and the coach are going to be a little bit more confident in how they go about doing it. At this point, it's like, now is Pete Carroll, who knows? Pete Carroll might be one of those guys that I'm going to rely on the offensive coordinator and his decision of how we're going to set the lineup. Okay, so that could be a possibility. You don't know. Yeah. Nobody else knows. We can assume, right?
Right.
But when you assume, it makes an ass out of you and me. So we can just focus on that. But when it comes to the offensive line and setting the overall weekly performance grade, how they performed in preparation, the offensive line coach is going to have a better grip on it from the meeting room to the individual work to the group work that they're doing together, all the way up to 11 on 11, 7 on 7, 11 on 11 drills.
I don't know.
Right?
The offensive line coach basically function is to develop these guys in certain blocking schemes.
Yeah, but how do you develop them?
He's going to see what he need to work on. And of course, you're going to go to the offensive coordinator and say, hey, this and that.
Right.
And my schemes I'm designed for this game this week. I need this type of blocking skills.
I agree, Martinez.
What skills do we have? What guys has a better skill at that?
It
might be the rookie. It might be a EDFA. See, all I'm saying is that offensive coordinator had to make the decision, not the offensive line coach who's blocking. Why? And the nepotism thing is a bunch of bullshit. It happens in every job. But only thing I'm saying is this. Who's actually in charge of the offensive line? Is the offensive coordinator, or is it the offensive line coach?
Didn't we just ask that question?
No, I'm rephrasing it again, because my thing is this: why is the offensive line coach telling the offensive coordinator what players he want in there, or I want that player in there?
If you're an offensive coordinator, you're going to rely on your offensive line coach to provide you with the necessary details to set that lineup. Okay. It's a given. For all we know, in practice, Cap is out there just destroying the bag. His footwork is elite. You know what I mean? So I highly doubt it. But
I think bag is destroying him.
But that takes us back to the JPJ situation. Okay, he could be performing at an elite level during practice, but at the same time, there's the offensive coordinator. So it could be Brendan Carroll saying we need to put JPJ in at right guard, or we need to put him in at center, and Pete Carroll's like, no, we're not going to do that. Yeah. So now you have dissension, right?
Right.
Even though Pete Carroll is a line person, and let's say Chip Kelly was the sergeant, and Pete Carroll's Chip Kelly's the sergeant, and Pete Carroll's the chief. The sergeant is going to have to say at that point until he's overridden by the chief, right? So that's how shit rolls downhill. It also your hierarchy going up, but that a good sergeant would rely on his front line person to give him adequate information to set that lineup. So, and that goes from the film room, like I said, from the film room to one-on-one drills to group, 11 on 11 installation, all that stuff, as to where they're performing. And so is Caleb Rogers at a level that is not satisfactory because I can tell you right now, if you put Caleb Rogers in and he goes in there and gets annihilated, we've actually done more harm than good for that kid. Okay, because there's still a chance for, and we've all said it, to develop, right? Where is he going to develop the most? He's going to develop most one-on-one with his personal coach, to his offensive coordinator, to how the head coach views him. Right? And if he's having failures in practice, and they're glaringly obvious, then I mean, I don't want to run, because you can hurt a kid more by putting him in when he's not ready than you are, because sometimes these guys get in early in their career, like start out as a rookie and boom, they're in the starting lineup and they have a little bit of, Dylan Parham's a perfect example of that. Okay. Dylan Parham, his first year and a half was pretty good. It was damn good at left guard. Then all of a sudden he just started regressing. And now he's a shitbag, So it could be, early success could be false hope as well. So we got to play it right. And I totally believe, you at least got to get him some game reps. Okay, he's got to get some grass stains. If he ain't getting grass stains, he's not going to do it. So get him out there, get him some grass stains, pull him out, evaluate him. What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. But don't just put him in there just to, you're going to sink or swim. No, we're not. That would do that kid no justice whatsoever.
See, what Gravy says here, it makes sense, too. He goes, to me, Chip would second-guess the running game because he would get pushback from Pete because of his son. He had to have a say being a run game coordinator. They didn't work well together. Chip quit calling run plays, and he still has – he's still in that position, too. So Brennan Carroll's still going to have an impact on what happens with this offensive line and the run game. So will that change? I doubt it. So that's why part of me says that nothing's going to change on the front line. I think it's just going to be the same shit with just someone else calling the plays. The kid's got to go. I'm sorry. He's the main reason right there why this offensive line has regressed. Why is Glaze so bad compared to what he was last year? How is it these guys that were here last year regressed so much? I've already said this once tonight. That this line has regressed overall. Kappa never should have even been here. Parham, for whatever reason, made the team. I didn't even expect him to make the roster. And now that he not only made the roster, he was one of the starting five. And this has been the story since the first offensive series in the preseason game. From that game on, I've just been so pissed off at how this offensive line is being put together. And it's been that way since then. And then it's still Pete Carroll's press conference. Still, I can hear him in the back of my head. It's a process. We're going to have to evaluate these guys. It could take a week, could take 2 weeks, could take months, could be well into the season.
It's too late for that now.
And here we are still, and we still don't know, the full outcome or the full, what the fuck they got planned for this offensive line. You got these two rookies that you drafted in the third round. Why are they not starting yet? I've seen guys in this league already that were drafted either before them or around the same time. They're already starting. Patriots have two rookies. One was taken in the first round. The other one was taken, I think, in the third. And they're both starting on the same side. They're starting left tackle, left guard. They're both injured right now. They got hurt last week or before their bye week. But they started all season. And look what they're doing. And all the Patriots have one of the better teams, offensive teams in the league right now. They're killing it. They're on a goddamn roll. We can't even get our shit together on teams that we should be blowing out. Like Cleveland, we should have destroyed them.
Should have beat them by at least 7 points.
Okay.
Yeah, with the talent we have on offense, with the skill position guys, we should have beat them.
Yep.
But our offensive line holds us back. It's been holding us back all season.
Oh, it's a cancer.
I'll say something right quick. You know what, Jeff? You're right about Glaze. There's that sophomore slump, but sophomore slump shouldn't be that pathetic. I mean, he looks like this is his first game ever in the NFL. I don't know what they're doing with him, what they teaching him, what they're showing him. because he shouldn't win that from hero to zero in 1 year. Sophomore slump, okay, take a step back. Sometimes you don't do as good as you did last year, but this year he looks pathetic. That comes from the coaching. They haven't doing the wrong thing or doing something. I don't know what they're doing. But like you said, that I seen rookies out there playing the game and they're doing pretty good. Why can't ours do it?
Brandon?
Why can't we get our rookies out there and give them a
What's
try
up?
and give them a shot? I agree with Jason. Like go out there, they get destroyed. It's their confidence. Oh well, you get drafted in third round. Try better. If not, then we'll draft somebody else or get somebody else. But this offensive line, man, is the worst I've seen in Raider history for me. I had never seen an offensive line this bad.
What's up,
We got
Steven?
45 people in the chat. If you want to go ahead and start recognizing those in the chat.
I already did. I have been. As they come in, I've been giving them the salute. I don't want to cut you guys off. So
Frank Weber, SoCal. We got some Lord Rochitas. I hadn't seen him in a while. Welcome.
Yeah. How do we know Chip Kelly wasn't overruling Brandon Carroll? Yeah, that's. I mean, we don't know that, unfortunately. But what's up, Raider Nation? Let's see. Enough about the game. We want to discuss Chris's nose hair, so we're starting that again. It's not the same kid from last night either.
Fuck you guys in my nose hairs. Seriously.
Pete, like the crypt keeper, giving nightmares.
What's up on 6?
Crazy to think undrafted free agent tight end Carter Runyon has been getting more and more played. Yeah. So
I like Runyon pieces. He looked pretty good to me. I liked him. So
not giving excuses to Chip. I think he didn't have full say in things, but he deserved to be fired. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with
I mean, I think it was kind of. I don't know. I don't want to say it was obvious that he didn't have total say on what was going on with the offense, but I think you could. Those that know could tell, that could figure it out. That this isn't the same type of guy that we've seen calling offenses before. Because I'm sorry, but there was not much thought or ingenuity or just anything special in these plays. I mean, they were as basic and stupid as they could be, and we couldn't even get that done right. Like I said, you got an offensive line that can't even do the simple basics. Like how footwork. I mean, that's shit you learn as a kid, and you're still here as a grown adult. How many years in the league already, and you still don't know how to, have your feet planted in the right position. And
well, I'm gonna tell you one thing. You saw the Ohio State game. Chip Kelly's not there anymore. They didn't miss a beat.
No, they were good today.
They destroyed Michigan.
What's up on 6?
On the offense. So they didn't miss a beat. Chip Kelly gone. They didn't miss a beat. They still look just as potent as Chip Kelly was there. So Chip Kelly coming here, I thought we were more dynamic, more exotic plays, more this and that. And then it was basically vanilla. Run up the middle, throw a long pass. Run up the middle, throw a long pass. That was it. Doesn't pass.
Chip Kelly needs talent in order to run his offense.
I understand that.
Yeah, that we don't. Well, when you don't,
and he doesn't have, everywhere he's been, where he's been successful is because he's had talent.
I understand.
And a lot of times that talent was already in place before he got there. It's not like he acquired the talent because Ohio State, they were already loaded. Let's face it. I mean, I could have ran the offense. I could have been the offensive coordinator for that team. They were loaded, and they still are.
First, nobody on this show is going to the game tomorrow. I don't know about anybody in the chat. I know I'm unless you're paying for my airline ticket, I'll go. Yeah, I mean, we've got talent and skill positions, or even with Chip Kelly. Yeah, he had the talent, but when your talent is the most important part, which is your line to help you let plays develop and to actually do stuff, you're handcuffed as an OC. When you're going through with this offensive line, that's why I don't really have much hope that Greg Olson's going to come in and just be like this awesome thing now that he's here and he's going to take over and shit. On 6 with the $5 super chat. Thank you, my guy. Everyone, please rise and remain standing for the VP of Paper Clips. It's in the house. On 6, you all may be seated. I'm going to the game tomorrow with a
No.
Have you already seen him have you already been up with him today? Because I know Raider Ben's down in LA today. They're supposed to go live tonight, so make sure
Uh-oh.
you guys check out Raider Ben's channel if you don't have his notifications on. They're supposed to be on live tonight, like around midnight my time, which is I think what 9 your time.
9 o'clock.
It's going to be him. Aunt Six is supposed to be there. AR is going to be there. I think Dirty's going to be with them too. Actually, Dirty is down there because he was waiting for him outside the hotel when he went live earlier today.
Yeah.
So, thanks, Aunt Six. I appreciate it, man. Yes, I recognize on the go. That's why you see me do this, and I'll whisper. Chip is old. Old people joke about Pete age, but Chip had old timers calling bogus plays. Nabman's in the house. What's up, Nabman? How you doing?
Navman in the house.
Which means Sacktown Mike. Where is Sacktown today? I haven't seen him.
I don't know. He's got to be around here somewhere. He probably OD'd on tryptophan from Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Let's see. Tanner Jackson house. What's up, Tanner Jack?
Yep. Tanner Jack.
Kelly plays even in the Playboy. Who knows, man? Who knows with this shit show of a season and roster we got? Who the fuck knows anymore? Pete's kids stooge Chip right out the building. Yeah, they both need to go, man. I'm sorry. Derek Haas says he loves Greg Olson. Dirty's going to be there. What about Clean? Oh, good Lord. Who's there? Randy N's in the house. Mel Gibson and Danny Glover and Joe Pesci. Happy Thanksgiving, Randy. What's up, brother? Fuck the Broncos. Hell yeah, because would love to meet him, but not spending any money for the Raiders the rest of the season. Yeah, they were at the LA takeover earlier. He was there with Leo and all them at one point today. But getting back to this, then, I mean, I know we've talked a lot about Olson and the offense, and I hope they come out with a heavy run game plan. Because if they don't, I don't think there's any other way for us to possibly win this. So we're going to get into what we think would be the key matchups and where the game is going to be won and lost for us. So with that, we've got the Raiders' offensive line against the Chargers' pass rush. Can we exploit the Chargers' run defense? The Raiders' pass rush. They have to disrupt that rhythm. Now, Omarion Hampton is back this week, if I'm not mistaken.
Of course.
So let's just do this first. Let's bring this up because this is the injuries. Let me see. Remove this banner for a second. These are the injuries so far. This is the injury report as of Christ. I can't even read it. My eyes are so fucking hurt. Today, to tomorrow. So this is the full injury report now. So we got Max Crosby. With the knee, he was limited at Wednesday's practice. Thursday was full. Friday was full, so he'll be good to go. Tyler Lockett, full on Wednesday, then he was limited Thursday and Friday. Looks like he's good to go. Michael Mayer is out. So the two tight end sets that we've been seeing, you're probably not going to see them as much this weekend. Unless Ian Thomas can, if he can hold that same position that Michael Mayer can, I don't know. Mm-hmm. Do they have to with this defense? I don't think so. Again, this is with Greg Olson there. I mean, this is going to be a different look, possibly. So he's out. Meredith, ankle, but he did not participate on Wednesday. Limited. So he's questionable. So he's probably going to be a game time decision. Trey Tuck is good to go. Adam Butler's questionable. With an illness, so they probably got the flu passing around there. Darnay Holmes is questionable, and Zamir White, who gives a shit, is questionable also.
What? No Zamir White? Oh my god!
No, you upset, Chris?
That's a loss, man. No Zamir White, man. That's a loss, dude. We need that running
game.
Oh,
wait a minute. Omarion Hampton's out now. All right. Well, they don't have Omarion Hampton, which is good. So he's out with an ankle. Trey Harris, their wide receiver, looks like he's a good to go. And then defensive line, Ogabania. He's questionable.
Say that twice fast.
Nope. Absolutely not.
You better say once fast.
Yeah, I'll get fined for that one. He swore. He said bad words.
What's up, Chewy? Welcome, Chewy.
Oh my god.
So, and then we got to avoid the breakdowns on defense, with our inability sometimes to tackle. Now, again, this could be another game where our secondary could possibly get burned. It fucking happened earlier in the season where you get a couple of good passes and boop, they're off to the races.
Yeah,
you got McConkey.
And you got Williams there, and then you got the other dude. So they got.
Yeah,
they
you
got
still have Keenan Allen too. Keenan Allen has always been a thorn in our side.
Yeah, so they got a good passing
What's
crew.
up, Chewy?
Receiving crew. So
yeah, Keenan Allen's going to the Hall of Fame after tomorrow.
Yeah,
yeah.
He always burns us every game.
How do you see our O-line going up against this Chargers pass rush, Jason?
Do we have to continue to talk about the offensive line?
Well, yeah, because now we're actually going to be talking about the matchup now. What you think the offensive lines are going to be able to do against Khalil Mack and the rest of his bitch-ass crew?
Well, the last time we played him, Khalil Mack was starting to cook before he hurt his elbow in the first half. So after what we saw last week against the Browns, I could see Khalil having anywhere from 2.5 to 3.5 sacks this game. Just him alone. 5 to 7.
10.5 sacks in this game?
2.5 to 3.5.
Yeah, okay, I got that. Yeah, possibly 5.
Yeah. So, and then I can see them having a total of 5 to 7 total as a team because they can get after the pass. They can get after the passer. Yeah. And they're coming off a bye after they lost to the Giants. What did they lost to? They went. Who did they lose to before they? They went back east. I think it was the Giants. Yeah, they lost to the Giants, and then they lost to them pretty bad. It was pretty convincing too. So this is a get right game for them, especially with 6 games left, and they're in second place in the AFC West. So if they have any chance of wanting to win the AFC West title, they're going to come out firing tomorrow. And I don't think, as far as the offensive line, the matchups of the offensive line, it's just hold on, just. I think. Hold on.
Tell us how you really feel. Deep down. Take a breath. Deep down and say how you really feel.
I hope so, Frank.
Yeah.
What's up, G-Fan? Welcome in.
This tells.
It's not going to be good.
All right, there you go. I agree with Jason. I don't see unless they may have drastic change during practice, during Olson's play calling. I don't see our offensive line holding a stack. I mean, granted, Chargers not as good as the Browns' defensive line, but it still have a solid defensive line. You got Khalil Mack, and I forget the other kid, a defensive tackle. He's pretty good. I don't see him holding up, especially in the middle, because they're going to crash that middle hard. Because if you got Kappa playing center again, oh God no, or anything like that, it's going to crash that middle. All the interior linemen is going to be offensive line going to be on your butt, and Khalil Mack can feast. Because Khalil Mack, what side did he play? He played Low Man on the right side or left side? I can't remember.
I'm not sure. I'd have to look up their depth chart.
You usually play on side with Cole.
I got it.
That's on the left side, right?
We haven't given up a 100-yard rusher. I thought we had one already against us.
Who?
Donut said the Raiders still haven't given up a single 100-yard rusher.
A single 100-yard rusher.
One rusher.
Yeah, the Commanders had 3 rushers that got 80 yards.
Yeah.
And then the quarterback got another 50. So it was you get 10 yards, you get 10 yards, it was like Oprah, man. They were just handing out 10-yarders everywhere.
Giving out free tickets to 100 yards.
So I'm looking at the base 3-4 defense for
He was normally on Colt
Yeah.
Miller's side normally.
Yeah.
Left side,
So
left
they
side.
got. So you got the left Deshaun Hand. He's pretty good.
But so he'll probably be going to his foresight.
And then
But
Tart is he can mess up the center. Of the, Tart kind of reminds me of Sam Adams. That Sam Adams, Ted Washington, Vince Wilfork.
Don't get off topic. I'm asking a question about Khalil Mack where it lines up. I know we don't want to do that inside yet. So he lines when we play with Colt Miller's healthy. He usually play on the side with Colt Miller normally. But I think that the Chargers are going to see because John Forsythe.
Take your pick. Both
has
tackles.
has get a little better, but not that better. He got a little better.
I agree, Michael.
They'll probably put him on Glade's side. If they put him on Glade's side, Glade's going to be eaten alive.
Something never rabbit.
Eaten alive against Khalil Mack because it's only second year. So they put him on that side. It's like lights out. Then you talking about him getting like 4 to 5, 6 sacks in that game, right? Am I right? Because I was trying to figure out where did he normally line up when he played Rares. He's like line up on the Colt Miller side. Colt Miller handled him, but didn't handle him all the way.
But Khalil's more like he's
got a better left. He's got a better left hand rush than he does a right hand rush.
He moves around. He's another one of those defensive ends that he doesn't have a set side.
He slid to the right. He slid to the right side because of Bosa.
Yeah, but I'm saying though, but it's predominantly he's on the left side. But then
but I don't think that I get your question, Chris, but I don't think he's going to be like a set. Look at what Myles Garrett did. Myles Garrett was all over.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So they probably.
That's what I'm trying to answer.
They're probably gonna slide him over. Well, they're gonna be all over the place, but they're probably mostly on Glade's side. Glade's had that down year, which happened since like I said, Forsythe kind of improved a little bit. Forsythe still couldn't handle him, I don't think, anyway.
He's going to get his ass kicked. Yeah. It won't matter which side Mac's on. He's going to have a field day with either one of them.
That's true.
It doesn't matter. Even if he's in the middle, he's going to get between Meredith and Parham and just bull right over them. They can't stop him.
That's where I'd line up.
Yeah. Well, see what Garrett did. He took a 5-yard run and did the line scrimmage. That was funny. I saw what's Garrett doing way back there in the linebacker spot. He took a 5-yard run and just bulldozed through.
Right there. That's pretty much what I was trying to say. That's exactly what Gravy's saying. Matt Wilson goes wherever the weak side is.
Yeah, so, outside the farthest outside of the tackle.
Yeah.
With no outside leverage.
For Blaze, it ain't going to make a difference. Neither one of them are any good, and neither one of them are going to have. Look what Forsythe did last week. He gave up 3 sacks to Myles Garrett, and multiple pressures. So if he couldn't handle Myles Garrett, he's probably not going to be able to handle Khalil Mack either. Khalil Mack is just as strong as him. He's not as jacked as him. He's not as big overall, but he's still going to do a number on Forsythe. He's going to get a couple of sacks off of that side. He's probably got it in his head. Well, all right, I'm going to go on the right. When I get 2 sacks there, I'll switch over to the left. He'll get 2 more there. Then he'll go in the middle and he'll line up on Parham and just knock Parham on his ass and get 2 more there. That's probably what he's got to set in his mind. He goes, I want to get 2 sacks off each guy on that offensive line. So he'll walk off with 10 sacks. Because you got to remember, he plays us twice a year, so he knows our offensive line better than Myles Garrett does. Myles Garrett's only played us a couple of times in his entire career. Khalil Mack's played us against multiple times, So he knows what this. He played us twice last season. He's playing us twice again this year. This is the second go around. So actually, you know what? I'm going to do that right now. I want to look at the stats, what he did when we played him back in week 2.
Who, Khalil?
Yep. We'll go from
there. I think he had 1.5 sacks, and then he got hurt.
We're going to find out exactly. So none of this guessing caca stuff.
Okay, well, go ahead. Look it up.
No, I'm going to look it up. So, nope. Stop. Stupid fucking ads. I hate.
You want me to tell you?
Oh, if you've already got it.
I don't. It's just
all right then. Yeah. Defense. Here we go. Khalil Mack. What did he do last time? He had 1 sack, 1 tackle, so he didn't have that big of an impact as far as tackles and sacks go.
When did he get hurt, though?
Ooh, that's a good question. One,
I think it was second
two.
quarter.
I think he got hurt. Like in the
Second
like
quarter.
at the end of the first quarter, beginning of the second quarter.
Yeah, second quarter. I think it was off. The rest
He
of
hadn't even broke a sweat yet.
his degree didn't setting yet. I think it was the second quarter. He was out the rest of the game.
It was early though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, late in the first quarter. Chargers, however, lost defensive end Khalil Mack to a left elbow late in the first quarter. Late in the first quarter, and he still already had one sack before he went out. So,
Yeah.
so he had one sack. All right, so it was a limited
Dude.
game. I don't remember him getting hurt until you just said it. So
Yeah, because I knew it was off for the second quarter. I knew that. I know when he got hurt.
So do I think he's going to feast tomorrow? Yeah, because you know what,
Yeah.
he's probably going to want to make up for not playing in the full game week too.
He
And that's
said,
the other thing. He got knocked out of the game, and we still couldn't beat them in our home, in our stadium.
we could have that the right coaching shits in the right plays, but we were close.
But look what happened when Cleveland takes Khalil Mack out of the game. We moved the ball. Granted, it was garbage time and everything, but we
Come
still
on,
moved
Garrett.
the ball a little bit more freely.
You mean
You
Garrett?
take Khalil Mack out of the Chargers game after midway through the first quarter, and we still couldn't get shit done.
Well, I took Garrett the game because they was already beating our asses anyway, so Garrett didn't be in there. So what's the reason? We was going to ask you, so they took him out.
Yeah.
Team is cooked. Mack is going to have 12 solo sacks, and we are not going to do anything. It doesn't make sense to win another game. Number 2 pick is what we should care about.
Number 2,
We
damn.
want to win.
Already.
I don't think anybody's going to win. The Titans, I think, are locked up the number 1 pick.
What's up, Sacktown? Welcome in, brother.
There's Sacktown.
Well, here's the other matchup we got to look at too. Our front defensive line versus their offensive line. So if everybody remembers, how well did Max do in that game?
That kid took Max to school. Max couldn't get no pressure. It was just him. It wasn't no chip blocks. It was nothing like that. It was like what's his name? Sorry, P. I can't call his name.
Pimpkins?
Yeah,
It was Pimpkins on the right line that held him in check for pretty much the whole
Max
game.
could not get any pressure at all. He had him in check. So, I don't know. I don't think we'll have any pressure on them unless they design some kind of stunts and all that stuff. Because Pimpkins did pretty good in that game. I was pissed off. He did. So
he had 1 tackle and 4 assists, no sacks.
They didn't get close.
Pimpkins did a number on him because I was watching that game with a lot.
That game was.
We were live that Monday night watching that game, Chris, on doing a show, and I remember watching that, and everybody was like, "Oh, Max got to have a field day." Blah blah blah. They put Joe Alt on the left side.
Right.
They put Pimpkins on the right, and Pimpkins held him down. He wasn't even doubled or triple teamed. He got doubled a couple of times, but consistently it was 1-on-1, and he just handled Max Crosby like it was nothing. I was in shock.
2 or 3 times, but other than that, throughout the game, it was like basically holding his own against him. And we thought Max could eat up because they lost their tackle. I forgot his name. They lost his tackle through an injury, so they put all, like you said, all to the right. And say, Pimpkin. Oh, who's he? Max should eat him up. He handled him pretty well.
Anyway, so the 2 tackles that they have now, I know that Sawyer kid on the left side has been really struggling. I know the Giants had a lot of success getting pressure off that side of the line, which is going to be the right side of the defense. Left side of the defense. I know Pipkins. I don't think Pipkins. I think he's still injured or banged up, but they had this kid Hart, and he did okay, but the Giants still were getting a lot of pressure on Sherbert. So
I just brought up the depth chart for the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
So at left tackle they got Trevor Penning, Zion Johnson, Bradley Boozman's the center, Mekhi Becton's the right guard, right tackle is Bobby Hart, Pipkins is number 2 on the right side. So who's still out? Oh, Joe Alt is, right?
Joe Alt is still out.
Where is he on this list? Where is he?
I think he's out for the season. He got hurt pretty bad. Yeah, Gravy says it. That overall that game.
Oh yeah, he is. He's on the reserve list.
Overall, that game we could have won. Those 3 interceptions that Gino threw
first drive,
just totally wrecked us. I mean,
that interception right in our territory that just killed the whole game.
So what was the score? 22-9, I think it was. 22 to 9.
20-9. They had 20. We had 9.
Yeah. And in red zone couldn't get a touchdown a couple of times.
And we had way more opportunities than normal to score, put a couple sevens up on the board and make it a different game. But it just got to the point that game. It was weird because it got to the point where it's like, we can still win this game, but we ain't going to because the offense just looks like crap. And how did it? I mean, it just over the week. I mean, they weren't like the greatest against New England, but hell, Gino put up 385 yards. Excuse me, points. So I mean, it wasn't like he was, and the one interception that he threw in that game was actually, it's like, okay, well, that guy just made a play. So you got to chalk every once in a while. You got to chalk it up to the defense. They made a play.
Well, I'm looking at the actual team stats right now, right? So first of all, Gino had 180 yards passing, 43 attempts, and this was his 3 interception game. So we turned it over. So time of possession, we were pretty even. They had it 28 minutes, we had it 31. First downs, they had 15, we had 15. Third down conversions, we were 9 for 18. They were 4 for 11. Total yards, they had 317. We had 218. Penalties, they had 6 for 33. We had 5 for 47. Let's see. We had 2 punts that entire game. They had 3.
So if you look just at the stat sheet, don't look at the final score, but just look at the stat sheet. That game should have been a lot closer.
Oh yeah, and I'm not even done yet. Check this one out. You ready for this? Return yards.
A lot closer, and a possible win because there were plays in the red zone that they did not complete. Like the
we also threw 3 interceptions too.
Yeah, in the red zone because the game was a lot closer than the score, like you said, Jason. What it is, it's just like they just could not complete the offensive plays. Go ahead,
so for return yards, right? So they kicked So they had 3 kick returns for 80 yards. We had 4 for 91. They had 3 interceptions for 8-yard returns. We had red zone offense. We were 0 for 30. They were 1 for 3. We were never in a goal to go situation. We were never even close enough to be in a first and goal off touchdown. So it's like we were just bad, man. That was just stupid mistakes. We gave them a lot of short field advantage, unfortunately, with those interceptions because that just kills you. That kills your drive. That forces your team to, you're changing your offensive plan because you're down by so much that you're not going to be able to run it too, which is the other reason that we weren't able to.
Yeah, but we weren't down the whole game to where we had to completely abandon the run.
But we did, though. That's the problem.
That's just it. Just because you're down 7 or 10 points doesn't mean you have to abandon the run.
No, but that's their mentality. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, I know. And that goes
so fast.
That's not just the Raiders, though. Everybody's doing that stupid shit in the NFL now, and it pisses me off because there comes a point in time where you realize that, the guy in the backfield, he's pretty talented. You could use him.
And he had a 4.3 average per carry in that game. He was 11 carries, 43 yards. Actually, no, it would have been less than that. Gino had 20 yards rushing in that game. And out of those 43 for Genti, his long was a 13. And even
No,
the
but
passing game was horrible.
he had some really good 5 and 7 yard runs that set us up second and short.
Yep. And we
That
just
gave
couldn't
us and we couldn't capitalize on it.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. Yeah.
Second and 2 is a
lot of teams, Jason. What you're saying is that it pisses me off too. If you're running good, why you stop it? When team get like up 7 or 10 points, if it's not late in the game, they abandon the run. They're like, oh, okay, we got to start throwing the ball now. We're down by 7 points with 18 minutes to go in the game. Like Jesus
Right.
Christ, if the run game got you there, why did you stop it?
Go back-to-back interceptions. But I don't know, man. I like I said, I want to have hope for this game, but man, it's quickly fading. What's up, Diesel?
Yeah, I told you I was a UFC fan. I keep telling you guys that. Because the other guy talking about Notre Dame, I'm the only one UFC fan.
I'll ask this to the rest of the Raider Nation that's in the chat and on our panel today. Are we not going to watch the game?
What game? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm watching it. I'll be there.
Yeah.
I'll be with my chapter at the bar.
Yeah, I'm watching the game tomorrow. Why, you want to do a watch party, Jason, tomorrow?
No. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying,
know.
we are committed to our team. What a lot of especially the guys that are in the organization right now, need to realize that in 10 years we're still going to be here.
Yeah,
We're still going to be here. They're not. So it's up to them to bless us with their abilities. We don't have to prove it. The Raider fans have nothing to prove to the players. The players have to prove it to us.
Well, Geno Smith can't prove it to the players the way he does, but anyway.
Well, flip me off. If I get within 10 feet of that motherfucker and he flips me off, I'll break that finger off. Trust me.
No, but we need Geno. He's our star quarterback.
Oh, no. AOC, you're in. Go. Go.
Hey, that's a good question. I'm going to watch the game for the first quarter. Then if it gets bad, I'm going to start playing video games.
No, guess I'll be alone on Monday then.
If
you don't watch the game, how are you going to talk about it on Monday?
No, I have 2 TVs set up. I have my game TV. I have a gaming TV and the game.
Philly fans booing and leaving in the third quarter. Oh yeah, dude, that stadium was fucking empty. Did you see that shit? Fucking police emptied the fuck out. Jason versus Gino. I did see that. Fucking Gino wouldn't last 2 seconds. Running away a little bit.
You doing shit in his pants.
What's up, Coach? Coach is here. He goes, I'm not watching.
No, fucking gravy's on. I'm out.
I'll watch the game. I'll play games I'll play video games, watch the game at the same time.
Yeah.
But you know what? He's the smartest one of us all because he's going to save his sanity one more day by not watching it. Because we're all going to be like, what the fuck? You still bust your ass to try and get him promoted and out of your yeah, true.
We're not doing a score prediction night, are we? Because I don't want to do that.
Yeah, 30 to 21.
Yeah, that's right. We'll get to that. Don't Johnny jump ahead. Stop it.
There ain't no Johnny jump ahead. You ain't changed nothing.
I just asked.
You probably even.
I didn't give mine. Ask a question.
Jeff, you probably still have the same underwear on since week 1, huh?
We're gonna get 30 points one way or the other this year. Yeah,
I don't wear underwear. How's that for an image?
Hey, we're gonna get 30 points. We're gonna play 3 games. We'll get 30 points. 3 games. We'll get 30 points.
Does Jason know martial arts or something? Gino's like twice his size. Do you realize how big Jason is?
No, he's not.
Jason is not a small
No, he's not.
Jason's a big kid.
He is not smaller than me. You want me to show you a picture of me standing next to Derek Carr?
Jason didn't miss a meal, so he's not.
He is smaller than you. He's saying Gino's bigger than you.
Oh, is it? No, Gino is not bigger than me.
That's what I'm saying. You just said the complete opposite, like you were agreeing with him.
You see Jason's pictures, man. He does not miss a meal. I tell you what, he's a big kid.
Yeah.
How tall are you? Like 6'5"?
6'5", 325.
Yeah.
Come on. He's bigger than some of the offensive linemen.
I'm like up here on my wall. I got a picture of me standing next to Derek Carr. I'm about 1.5 inches taller than Derek Carr.
Jason, you bigger than
Derek Carr's that tall?
He's 6'4".
Oh shit! I didn't think he was that tall.
6'3.5", 6'4". Yeah.
Hey Jeff, Jason's bigger than Parham.
You should have saw it. I put my arm around him. I grabbed his trap muscle, and I just squeezed it, pulled him in. He goes, eh. The funniest one, I gotta tell this story. When I was 19 years old, or 18 years old, went to the LA Coliseum, and this is when Todd Marinovich played for the Raiders.
Yeah.
And we met him there was a gate that the players would come through the parking lot, and they had to walk across the walkway where the fans were towards the locker room, right?
Yeah.
And so we're all standing by the gate. Here comes Todd Marinovich, and he's still brand new to the team. He's actually still a backup. He hasn't even started yet. And he comes walking through. And oh, man, I got to get his autograph. So me and two other guys got in front of him, and he's like trying to ditch us, go around us, so he didn't have to autograph us. I fucking grabbed his left bicep, which is his throwing arm, and I fucking grabbed him and slung him back into the fucking chain link fence. And the other guy grabbed his right arm, and we held the paper underneath him and go, just sign. That's all you got to do is sign. He goes, fuck, I ain't even got to the game yet, and I'm already getting fucking attacked.
Hey, what game was that you went to? You remember the game it was?
Yeah, it was the San Francisco 49ers game. We won 9-6.
Oh, I didn't go to that game. Okay. Hell, well, might be there with you.
Yeah, we won 9-6. That was the game that Terry McDaniel took out Jerry Rice's leg. Jerry Rice went over the middle, and Steve Young threw it high, and he jumped up to get it, and Terry McDaniel just went boop, and took his legs out from underneath him, and Jerry Rice didn't play the rest of the game.
Sure,
shit, I'm only 6 even. I'm right at 6 feet.
Nah.
I'm 7'7", 450 pounds. So yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I know you're a tall dude, but you ain't that tall.
Yeah, all right. All right, celery.
7'7", 450 pounds. Yeah. Been married 5 times.
So keeping with where the game is won or lost here, what matchup is the biggest X factor for the Raiders this week?
The biggest matchup that's an X factor?
Mm-hmm. What matchup is the biggest X factor?
Has to be getting Bowers, because I don't know about their secondary as far as their safety is concerned. And
Derwin James?
Derwin James. Yeah, but I don't know if he's good. He's not Pat Surtain by any means or stretch. They got to get Bowers open somehow, some way down the field. Tucker got to get open and make catches. I'm not relying on Thornton. I'm not relying on Best to make catches. But they got to find some way to scheme Bowers open. You know, they have to do that. But to use Tucker as a guinea pig, go out, do this, do that. But they got to get Bowers open. He has to get his catches because Bowers is a rack monster. Was it rack? Yeah. He has to get the ball. Catch the ball. Gino has to get him the ball. But if they can't scheme open, then there's no way we'll win that game.
Wide receiver gets yaks, running backs get racks.
Racks, okay, yaks, okay.
Run after contact and yards after catch.
Rather carry.
Don't be picky, Jason.
I'm not. Just catch the damn ball and get upfield. That's all I care about.
So what's your
that was the simplest thing I heard from you, Jason. That was sweet and short and simple.
Oh, shit. X factor in the game. Well, Brock Bowers is an obvious. That's Captain Obvious, and I'll roll. I like that one. Got to scheme him up, get him open, execute, damage the middle of the field. But I'm going to go with 2 players as an X factor in the passing game.
Get one.
Granted, our offensive line can protect. Okay, They can at least just get in their way and don't end up on your back with cleat marks on your chest. Because last thing I want to see is my offensive lineman coming off the field. He's got cleat marks on his chest. Okay,
and grass stains on his ass.
Yeah, grass is the butt.
Yeah,
Michael, he's out for tomorrow.
And his face mask turned sideways, like his helmet.
The air hole.
Hey, coach, did that block good? How do you think I blocked on that one? Oh, shit. Oh. Fix that.
How's that feel? Yeah.
No, but the two X factors in the pass game, if we can execute on the offensive line, give us affordable protection, is Tyler Lockett and Trey Tucker are going to have to get open and make their catches. Okay. Now, here's another thing that's going to come into play. Is Jack Bech going to get some run tomorrow? Because now Ole is the one in charge. Okay? Ole's in charge. Ole likes possession receivers. What has Jack Bech done in the limited amount of times that he's gotten the ball, and the limited amount of times he's been on the field? What has he done? He's been reliable.
Yeah.
He's been reliable. So why not utilize that? And and he's big enough and he's strong enough he can overpower that left cornerback of the Chargers. Okay? He can get open on him. So why not give him some run? Why not give Bech some run? My X factor going into tomorrow's game. I might be 80% wrong, but I'm still going to go with it. I don't care, Jack Bech.
You said the word if. If you use the word if, the offensive line, you know what if means, right?
If, ands, or buts, cherries, and nuts. Would all be happy?
No, it said if means I'm fucked. That's what that means. So if you use the if, they I'm fucked. Because if they can get protection. Yeah, if.
Who will Derwin James cover?
So just to let you know on Bech, right? So he's played in 11 games. He started 2. He's had 12 targets in total. He's caught 8 of them.
That's a pretty good percentage. I'm not a mathematician, but I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, he's got an 11.5 average per catch. And let's see. Just to give you some perspective here, Dante Thornton played in 10 games, started 6. He's got 7 catches.
7
out of 23 attempts, or 23 targets, 7 catches. Mm-hmm. Okay. So that's a 30% target to catch ratio, whereas Jack Bech is at a 66.7. All right. Thornton has 112 yards and 1 touchdown. Ian Thomas played in 11 games, started 6. He's 10 for 10. He's 100%, 89 yards. Let's see. Who else has got a high percentage here? Let's see what we got.
What's Michael Mayer has?
That's what I'm looking for.
Okay.
Michael Mayer. Here he is. Man, 9 games played, 9 started. He is 32 targets, 22 catches. He's at a 68.8. Who do you think's the highest percentage on targets to catch ratio? Other than that's.
You just listed 100%.
Yeah, but I mean, that's 10 catches. I mean, 10 targets. I mean,
okay. So you want to? What's the minimum? What's the minimum?
One of our normal starters.
What's the Tucker? Not Tucker. Is it?
No.
No. Yeah, I said no. Tucker. So. Bech?
Who?
Bech?
I just said what Bech was. Bech is.
Well, what's the minimum catches you have to have though? That's what I was asking.
More than 20.
Okay, 20.
Well, Bowers isn't going to have a high percentage because he's got there's a lot of misses with him. So you're smiling. So it's Bowers.
Genty.
It's Bowers.
Genty.
Chris is right. It's Genty.
I was talking. Yeah.
Oh, that don't count. Those are swing passes. That don't.
Those are passes.
Okay, I want to know receptions past the line of scrimmage.
All right, so hold on.
All right, guys, they gonna be going down chasing. Like,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm got one right, and you're gonna challenge me. God, that's not.
I'm kidding.
Brock Bowers, right? 8 games, 4. He started 4. Okay. He's got 64 targets, 45 catches, a 70.3 percentage, 510 yards, 20 plus yard receiving. He's got 4 of them. He's caught 4 for over 25 yards, and he's got 3 TDs.
Hey, since we're talking about Brock Bowers,
Well, hold on. I want to tell you what Genti is because that's the answer. Genti is 11 for 11. 11 games played, 11 started. He is at 46 targets, 37 catches. He's at an 80.4 percentage, 221 yards, and he has 2 for 25 plus. His long was 29. Bauer's long was 38. And he's got 4 touchdowns. So he beats Bowers in the touchdowns.
I think Bowers got 2, right?
Bowers has 3 touchdowns.
Oh, he's 3. Okay.
Yep. I wanted 10 from him this year, but I don't think we're going to see 10.
Yeah, we can. Yeah. Oh, I'm not here, guys. You never saw me. Bye.
Popo's here.
I'm not here. You never saw me.
Now, I'm gonna give Chris a little bit of credit with his X factor because there's just a little bit. You don't deserve a whole lot of credit, okay? Just a little bit.
Yeah.
There's one thing going into this Chargers game that we didn't have going into the last Chargers game, and what is that? A healthy Brock Bowers. And if you remember that Chargers game, he wasn't 100%. I don't even think he was 60.
He horrible.
Oh, no, he was terrible.
But there were still plays there for him to be made.
Yeah, but
against the Chargers.
He shouldn't play that game.
I agree. He shouldn't have played. But the ones where when they threw that skinny post up the seam to him, if he was healthy, that's a touchdown.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he would have went up and got that ball and came down with it.
Jumped up one leg, try to get that ball. He couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's going to be, and there was other plays as well that he couldn't get out of his break.
Right.
So this whole thing of Derwin James covering Brock Bowers, Brock Bowers doesn't scare me one bit.
Yeah, because he was open. If he was a little bit healthier, he'd have been open. He just couldn't make those cuts, like you said. He couldn't make the cuts. He got his routes, and he couldn't make those jump balls. So he's healthy now. Go ahead.
What was the compensation we got for Jacoby? Do you remember? I forget now.
4th and a 6th.
A 4th and a 6th. Feels like it was months ago already.
That's actually good compensation for that too.
Yeah.
Considering
we got 2 picks out of that, I'll take it.
We're getting 2 picks, and he wouldn't have re-signed with us.
I was going to say, we just get a 5th pick. We do it winning, but 4 and 6, 2 picks. I'm happy with that.
Yep.
Yeah. We're getting 2 picks, and he wouldn't even have signed with this next year. So we would have been -1. We would have been -1 on that whole deal had we not traded him.
And that's what we do. We don't trade the guy at the last minute, and then we lose him. Then we get nothing for it.
No,
at least
we got fucked with Derek Carr because we just fucking let him go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though.
Yeah.
We let people go like we got something for him at least. A 7th-round pick, I don't matter, but get something for him.
Yeah, you're right, Rock. Too, the Chargers versus Raiders history is greater than all of us in these teams. They have to put up a massive fucking fight. That's what I hope for. I just please make it competitive. Like, don't let them blow us out.
Yeah, make it so I can turn my game off. I can turn my game off, watch the game. Don't make that watch the game and watch that.
Yeah. Wins and losses at this point don't matter. It's whether or not we could be competitive and progress. And let's see what we get. I mean, this is Spytek's challenge right now, right here, right now, because Spytek's still going to be here next year. Okay, this is his challenge. Okay, who out of those 25 people that are going to hit the free agent market are you even going to make an attempt to bring back next year, or who wants to come back next year?
Yeah,
let's see who buys in. Let's see who buys in to wanting to be a part of this process, and let's see who's capable of being part of this process.
Hey Jeff, do you have the free agent list pulled up? Who's the free agent just coming up? Do you have that still pulled up?
No.
Oh, okay. I'll tell you. I don't bring back none of
them. From our team?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a couple you're gonna want to keep, but as far as like the Parhams, the Meredith, Putnams, maybe Meredith. Maybe you could see keeping him possibly.
Meredith's a good swing. He's a good swing guard. He can play.
Yeah, but on defense, Kuntz, see you later. He's gone.
Right.
As a
Yep.
backup, not necessarily going there to start, but he's a
Yeah.
good backup.
So
We keep Devin White.
Yeah,
seeing
definitely.
as though we're on X Factors, I want to just throw my X Factor in there, and I've been hyping him up for the last couple. I'm sticking with Snowden. I'm going with Snowden again as my X Factor.
That's a good one. That's a good one right there. Good one.
I think he's just shown so much in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
He's been all over the field. He's been involved in almost every play that's been going on.
Oh my God, I don't believe that.
What?
I'm watching a UFC game.
Uh, Whatever. Who cares about USC? They suck. So I'm going with Snowden. I'm going to pick Snowden as my.
That's a good one, Jeff. Good one.
My X Factor.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
Max is an easy one to pick, but I think Max will have a bigger impact this time because Pimpkins isn't playing. Pimpkins is number 2 now. So let's see what this other guy can do that's going to be out there. Who's going to even line up against him? I'm not sure. What time's the Notre Dame going to start tonight? Late, right?
It starts 7:30 my time.
It's on right now.
It's already on. It's already on.
It's 7:45. It's already on.
It's already on right now.
There it is. I wanted to put that one on at least. Let's see. Same as always, both lines of Gino especially need to show up and step up. Game over Trojans. Whatever. So as far as who has to step up, in my opinion on who has to step up, Olson. Olson needs to step up, show that he's got command of this offense, and don't let anybody push him around.
I don't want to throw too much at it, Ole. It's not his fault.
It's not like he's never done this before, though.
But
it's not like he's under any great pressure. I mean, what kind of pressure is he under? He's an interim. Okay?
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Right. He's an interim. He's been with this team before. So if he fails as the interim and they still want to keep him as the QB coach, he's still got a job. You're not going to fire him if he has a shitty offensive if he's a shitty offensive coordinator interim for the rest of the season. Yeah, he's still your quarterback coach. Do you want to dump him? No, probably not. So he's in a win-win situation. He can either excel for the last 6 games and really turn this offense around, or he could just shit the bed and then he goes back to his quarterback coaching position. I can't see them. Why would you fire him?
Hey, he's in a win situation because he
didn't go into the but he didn't go into the season expecting to be the interim offensive coordinator. No. He went into the season knowing, all right, this is going to be my job. I'm going to be the quarterback's coach. And all of a sudden, Chip Kelly gets fired, and Pete Carroll's like, all right, well, you're going to be the interim offensive coordinator. Have at it. I mean, you got to feel good about that if you're him. If I'm him, what have I got to lose if I switch things up, provided Pete lets me? Because if I do good, great. That's another notch on my resume. If I do shit, whatever.
Yeah, it's a win-win. So if he does bad, he's going back, like you said, going back to the quarterback coach. If he does really good, he might have a chance to be the OC. Not for this team, maybe for some other team later on. So he's in a win-win.
Yeah.
So I think the who has to step up, in my opinion, is going to be Olson. Olson needs to show that he's got command of this offense. He's going to be down on the field. He's not going to be up in the booth. They already said it. Yeah. He's not going to be up high in the sky. He's going to be down low on the field. So, I mean, the other has to step up. The defense, I think. Special teams. I mean, who do you think has to step up the most this week besides Geno Smith? That's the obvious one.
Yeah.
So is the offensive line. I mean, they both have to step up.
Yeah,
there's no question about it.
Carlson got to step up too because he has to stop making these goddamn field goals.
I think he's done.
Ain't nothing gonna matter until the offensive line decides to perform.
And I'm just hoping Olson has an effect on that. That's all.
You think the room is happier now that he's there?
Honest opinion. I think there's going to be a little bit more openness about it as far as.
Well, I said that at the beginning. I'd like to think that there's an air of relief in the offensive side of the room. Knowing that this enigma and Chip Kelly is not hanging over their head right now. So.
Well, got 44 in the chat right now. Thank you guys for joining us on a Saturday night, wherever you're at.
And I got one more segment before we get into the predictions and such. So, LA crowd advantage. Raider Nation takeover, as we all know, when we go to LA to play, whether it be the Rams or the Chargers, we always black out the stadium. We've never won in SoFi in regular season.
With the crowd. We actually won COVID year
Yeah.
when there was nobody in the stadium.
Yeah, was that preseason?
It was.
No, we never play the Chargers in preseason. Come on now.
They put a mannequins in the stadium.
No, I thought it was the Rams we played.
No. Remember they threw two fade passes in the end zone and number 31 broke them up.
To be honest with you, I don't even remember much on the
it was a COVID game where they had to.
I was in the hospital during that.
They put mannequins up there.
And November of 2020, I think it was when we played there. And yeah, we won.
So how much does the LA Raider crowd really help this team, you think? Because there's going to be more. There's probably a good chance to be more Raider fans there than what we have in our own stadium sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the LA fan base is massive. The Raiders fan base is massive in LA. You know that.
Yeah. We used to black out Jack Murphy Stadium till the owner got pissed off. So that was.
That I know.
Yeah. So it's gonna be pretty much a Raider fan base there.
So how much do you think that helps the team, though?
It has helped
these guys, I don't think it helps them at all.
I don't think it helped so far. They even at home they've helped them out. So.
Well, I mean, technically,
it'll look good. It'll look good on TV.
Well, it's like a home game for us because we're gonna have so many Raider fans there, which is always what happens in LA. Like I said, regardless of who we're playing, Rams or Chargers.
It doesn't. It won't help that much.
But let's say it does help. Like, let's say that the Raider fans that are there are just so vocal, and you can tell because you can tell when you watch games what fan base is dominating in a stadium. So if say the Raider fans are the over dominating voice inside that stadium, and we have any type of momentum, do you think that's going to help though, or do you think that we still find a way to blow it, like in tradition?
I don't think the crowd's gonna, unless it's a tight game at the end, and we're on defense, and we need to make a stop. There might be a little bit of juice there, at least on the defense. I can tell you this: Gino's going to get booed tomorrow, and the Charger fans are going to be going, "What the hell?" I wouldn't be surprised if everybody stood up and went like this to him at SoFi. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? Kick out 40,000, 50,000 people at one time?
They gonna throw the bird at him. Go. I wouldn't doubt it.
And actually, the code of conduct, giving hand signals is not part of the code of conduct. What happened with that was the guy was actually saying stuff to him, and that's why they give him a code of conduct.
Well, I saw somebody post something on Facebook. You know, it was like they shared someone else's post, and it was supposedly the person that was sitting not too far from this person that got the ticket and this whole hype thing. Yeah. And I guess what was being relayed, expelled out onto the field, was pretty damn vulgar, supposedly. I don't know how true it is. I'm just going by what I read in the article or in the post. If it's true, it's true. If it's not, I apologize, but I'm just putting it out there that's what I read. Not everything on the internet is real. Remember that, folks. So it's on how you take it. But I'm just saying that's what I saw. I saw in that post. I have no idea. I wasn't there, so I can't say yes or no on that. But that's just what I saw.
I saw worse with Andrew Walter coming off the field, out of the stadium at the end of the game, walking through the tunnel. My God. They had to put 4 cops around him.
And I know we said this last night, and it's just the certain fans, not necessarily just Raider fans, but in any team, they're a little soft. they're a little soft around the edges. You know what? Take whatever. If someone on the field wants to yell at you, man, go for it.
Go. He paid. He paid. He has a right to yell at you. He's paying your salary.
Yeah.
You know, I heard that before. I'm a taxpayer. I pay your salary. Well, guess what? I'm a ticket buyer. I pay your salary. So shut up and take my comments.
And they're handing out the citations to everyone. Hand them out as they walk out. Here you go. You take one.
Everybody got one. They got a big old stack of them already filled out. Here, you get a citation. You get a citation. Yeah. Oakland, they didn't give you citations. They just come up there and wrap you with the stick and throw you in handcuffs and yank you out of the stadium. Well, but you actually had to do. You actually had to do shit in Oakland to get. I mean,
yeah. But that's the other thing too is when does it become a security issue?
You
know, a security issue meaning, and not so much. I'm talking about like after the game. You know, just because you know how fans are, man. Some people are just so fanatic.
Yeah.
You know, some people just don't care. You know, when does it become point where the player is going to be like, oh, you know, looking over his shoulder all the time because some people just get so ingrained and, you know, so angry at somebody. I mean, you've seen it happen before where somebody does something to a player. I mean, look at the NBA, how close the fans sit to the seats. Could you imagine that in a football? You didn't have to worry about LA in the Coliseum because your front row was so goddamn far away from the field and the bench. You know, they'd see you jumping the wall, running to the team, you know, way before the team even saw it. I mean,
we used in LA Coliseum. We used megaphones and binoculars.
Yeah, I'm sure you had to. You know, the damn field's so far away from you in the front row. It's not front row like it is in some of these stadiums now, where you're literally like the players are right there in front of you.
Yeah, basketball. I don't know. Basketball it's but when you're like some players and my feelings got hurt. That fan hurt my feelings. I need him out of here. Eject him, please.
I mean, Chris has been in the LA Coliseum. I mean, I'm sure it was a different feeling compared to like when he went to Vegas, how close you are to the players versus what it was like in the Coliseum. You know, because don't forget, a lot of those older stadiums, they build them out this way. Now they build them like this. You know,
straight up.
Yeah, but like I'll tell you what.
Plus in the Coliseum, they had the track field right there. So you had the track field.
Well, that's what I was saying. You're so far away.
If you're down there, you can't see the players. You really can't see it. They had the track field right there.
Nah.
Now they took it off. They took it off because the UFC owns the Coliseum. They took it out, but they put it back in. Back then, it was a track field, so you see the players. You way far back. So if you saying something like Jason said, you need a megaphone for them to hear you. They couldn't hear you.
Yeah.
But like I said, now the stadiums go straight up and down, so you right on top of each other.
I'll tell you what, I have yet to be in the new TD Gardens in Boston, but I've been in the old Boston Garden. And when I tell you that stadium it's an indoor hockey and basketball. That stadium is built basically like this. It's straight up and down. I went with all the males on my father's side, so like my grandfather, my uncles, my cousin, my dad. We went to a Bruins game. They were playing the Hartford Whalers. And we were up at the very top row. And my father was literally holding on to the rafter of the roof, leaning over the railing and yelling at the goal. Like if I would have spit, I could hit the goalie because that's how straight down. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, the view of the game was awesome from where we were sitting. But if you lean over the railing and spit, you're going to hit the ice.
Yeah.
It's not going to land on a seat below you. That's how that stadium was just built. It was just such a weird feeling to be like that. Now you go to a stadium now and you're sitting in the top row and you're so far back away from the field, it's insane.
Yeah.
You know? You felt like you were 2 miles away from the field in the
Coliseum.
It did.
Now, I've been to the Coliseum, but it was during the summer and we just went to the entrance. They had it gated off. I couldn't get out onto the field, but I was able to stand there and look in.
At the Coliseum, you need to be binoculars, man, and see what player was that. You can't see him. So it was far back. And then the crowd noise didn't affect the game because, like I said, the teams on the field couldn't really hear them because they're so far back.
unless the game that one of the games that I went to when we played the 49ers, there was 95,000 people there.
Well, that stadium holds what, like 106?
Yeah, it was 105.
I knew it was up there. I knew it was over 100.
Yeah. And we had to get to, I think we had to get to 90, we had to sell 91,000 seats to get a blackout lifted.
Yeah, it was like 90 plus.
Yeah.
To get on TV.
That's why the game was always blacked out there, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's out there was pissed off about. He said want to cut the seats down and get luxury box in there.
They did. The last 3 or 4 years they did move the stadium. They moved the football field down into the corner, and then they had those bleachers out there. And then, the bleachers at the other end.
It still holds 85,000.
Yeah, it was still
enough.
An enormous amount of people. You had to they had to sell a ton of tickets.
Even during our Super Bowl run, they couldn't sell it out.
Yeah. In 83, we did pretty good with ticket sales. 84, 85, we still did pretty good.
Yeah,
it wasn't.
That was the Super Bowl run.
And then when Bo Jackson came along, nobody would go to the games until Bo Jackson showed up, and all of a sudden they were packing the stadium when he was playing.
When Bo Jackson finished baseball season, then the ticket price, for hypothetical reasons, say the ticket price was $100 before pre-Bo. When Bo got there, it was $250. It went up like ticket price. High. I'm like, what the?
Hey, does Notre Dame normally play Stanford in the rivalry game every year?
It's a traditional game. I wouldn't consider it much of a rivalry, but it's a traditional game.
No, because that's what this weekend is. It's all the rivalry teams playing. Like today was Ohio, Michigan.
I always thought USC and Notre Dame was a better quote unquote rivalry. Notre Dame is very sporadic with the 70s and 80s. Stanford was really good, but when the 90s started coming around, they really kind of fell off, and the Pac-10 wasn't, or Pac-12. It was Pac-8 to Pac-10 to Pac-12. It just it didn't jive, and Notre Dame always had, really they had good teams, especially like in the early 90s. Lou Holtz always had good teams, but I never really thought of Notre Dame and Stanford being a quote unquote rivalry.
Notre Dame was the most visualized rivalry, because there were two big schools. USC is that big private school. Notre Dame has tradition, so that was the biggest game. The Notre Dame and Stanford. I don't know. I don't see that's a rivalry game. Stanford versus Cal is a rivalry game, because only Notre Dame rivalry is USC. That's really their rivalry game.
Well, and then Notre Dame and Miami.
Jason, you still like USC is a rivalry game, but it's not a rivalry game like that. It's a cross-town rivalry. It's a battle for LA. So the Notre Dame USC, I think, is a bigger rivalry than either UCLA USC game. Okay. So all right, go ahead, Jason. Now,
I'm done. I
was saying, let me finish. So. Yeah, I think that's the biggest television rivalry game too. On top of that, because both big schools both bring a lot of income to the networks. That's why they already got their own station. Was it Peacock? So.
Oh shit, he don't look good. Who's number 4 for Notre Dame? Is that Love?
Yeah, Jordan Love.
Oh,
he's a beast.
He is in some serious pain right now.
That's not good.
No,
he's he's kind of a front runner for the Heisman too right now.
I don't know if you're going to see in the rest of this game after this one. What happened? He spins, gets hit.
No, but going back to Notre Dame rivalries, I think the Notre Dame Miami is more of a rivalry because of the history. And if both teams are comparable, it becomes a rivalry setup. The game becomes a rivalry.
I don't think so.
Only because of the Catholics versus Cons and
I think he's got broken ribs.
All that.
I don't think so. I think because the history of USC and Notre Dame, they battle each other every year from day one. It's like go back in history. The Miami,
whatever, that's college. This is NFL. All right, predictions and final thoughts. What do you guys got for predictions for this game tomorrow? In the chat, chime in too. I know you guys did it earlier in the chat. I can't go back. It's already going off the screen. It was that long ago. So I know Frank Weber's got his Raiders win a close one, 23-17.
I got us losing 27-16.
Okay.
I've got us winning 30-24.
Hey, you're stealing my shit, man.
No, you said 30-21. I'll say 24.
Yeah, but I go into 30. I always pick 30.
I think
I'm sticking with the
I think the
30-21.
Raiders with Greg Olson, I think the Raiders are probably more inspired for the play under Olson than Chip Kelly. So I think they'll probably put points. There's been a few games we could have got 30, 35 points. A few games they couldn't get the Raiders or they couldn't do shit. But I think Greg Olson might inspire him to get 30 points. So okay, I tell you what, 31-24. I'm happy.
Yeah, I'm still going 30-21. All right, yeah, I can get to the scores here. So Donut said 28-13 Chargers. Travis says 27-24 Raiders. Okay.
I take it.
That was it for earlier predictions on the scores. What do we got? Rock saying 63-0 and we lose.
You lose 60-0. Was that a
It'll probably feel like a 63-0 game.
Yeah, it's Travis again putting his score up again, 27-24. Hubbo is in. Hubbo is and his entitled hose want 63.
Damn.
Well, keep in mind they don't have Hampton, which is fine because I got Vidal on one of my fantasy teams. So Raiders 20-17. Carlson winning field goal. Wow, you got a lot of faith in Carlson. AO says 24-21 Raiders. Yeah, I can't pick against the Raiders. Even though, yeah, we're going to probably lose, but I'm still going 30-21. I want to see us score 30 points. If Olsen can do this and get us 30 points, oh, hell yeah, I'll be happy now.
Just score 30 points, that'd make me happy.
Yeah. 'Cause that means that, shit's working.
Yeah, so, something happened, right?
Yeah. So final thoughts, gentlemen? You got anything you want to... We'll start at Jason and work its way back towards me.
My final thoughts going into this game, once again, at this point, I am not about the wins or losses, but I'm not about tanking either. Okay, let's just be clear about that. Tanking is the Philadelphia 76ers and the Indianapolis Colts. They could do the tanking. I'm not into tanking. But let's be real. What we want to see as Raider fans at this point in the season is progression, production, and buy into what we want as fans. Buy into the fact that we want you to be competitive. I'm not using the word compete. Be competitive out there. Make it, win each and every play that you can win. And if we could walk out of tomorrow's game, us as Raider fans and our Raider team, with our head held up high. And I'm not into moral victories, but I am into let's get better. Let's show that going into 2026, we have something to work with. Because if we roll out the rest of 2025 the way it's been going, there is nothing to look forward to in 2026.
Oh, he's changed his score. Raider Travis now saying optimistic any given Sunday, 54-30 Raiders. I hope you're right. That'd be beautiful.
Yeah.
Because that means Brock Bowers got me a shit ton of points, too. Chris, what do you got for final thoughts? And anything you got coming up? Jason, actually, hold on, Chris. Jason, do you have anything coming up this week?
I have nothing coming up this week, but however, I have one of our fellow chat mates that was in. Me and him have been rodeoing together to come up with a new show. So be on the lookout for the new show, Raider Nation, Show Me Your Shield. It's going to be fan-driven. We would like to, as both co-hosting this show, we would like to invite fans on a regular basis to come in and talk about what it's like being a Raider fan. How does it affect your life? Experiences, things like that, and just maybe throw a Q&A in there. We will be also rolling out, once the season's over, obviously, we go into preseason mode, which I think a lot of us are already doing anyways, watching all these college football games. We will be rolling out some preseason material. Obviously, there's going to be, pretty sure we're going to have another coaching change. So that's going to be a really good topic of discussion going forward. And then we'll also analyze some of the teams that we'll see in the playoffs, some of the postseason that we'll be experiencing as we're staying home watching a Super Bowl again. And then what it's going to take going forward. So look out for that show, Raider Nation. Show me your shield. We're looking to do it on Tuesday nights at 5 o'clock Pacific time, 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And we're putting together, like I said, our profile of what we want to do, and hopefully it all works out. We'll be flying under the StreamYard banner of 401 Raider Jeff Productions, and of course, we won't be sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts, but you never know. You never know. It might be part of the show.
Well, you're gonna have never mind. I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah, I'm not announcing my co-host just yet.
I know. So I just shut up for a second.
Yeah, not announcing my co-host yet. I don't know if he's still in the chat or not, but he was. Of course, you got a 1 in 50 shot, Raider fans, is who it is. But if it ain't you, keep it in mind. Keep in mind, we do want to bring some of our chat mates that we've had over this past couple years. We want to bring one of those guys in and put you on the screen and grill you. There will be a lot of knowledge-based questions, or as they like to say, know your history.
Mm-hmm. See, that's what I wanted to do when I was still with the Booster Club. I wanted to do a special every month. I would interview one Booster Club member, but nobody ever wanted to do it, so I never did it.
Yeah,
but
yeah. So far, I mean, I've gotten a lot of interest. Rosetown.
Hey, I didn't mean to hit it that time. I was gonna wait till you were done.
That's all right. But yeah, we've got a lot of.
Make sure you guys get over to Jason's channel.
Raiders First Downs.
First Downs. Hit the notification. Hit the subscribe. Hit the thumbs up. So when that show does launch, you'll know about it. Go ahead, Chris. What do you got coming up? Sorry, Jason. Are you good?
I'm good.
That was a long thing, so I totally forgot what I was going to say. So, nothing. My final thoughts? Nothing. Tomorrow I got a show with Radio Nation Jason at 8:30 a.m. Pacific time, 11:30 Eastern. We're going to do a quick show right before the game start. That's it. Monday I got a show with you, Monday Morning Quarterback, to recap the game that what happens. And Tuesday night we got the show with me, Chewy, and Ray J. Jason. We can make it. Called the Cover 3 show. That's at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. Once again, 9:30 Eastern. That's all I got. My final thoughts. I lost all the training of track because Jason was talking about his show. I was like, what the hell's I going to say? But my final thoughts is this. I want to see us play a little better. Stop making those stupid mistakes. Get in the red zone and not kick field goals. Not relying on Carlson and whatever he's doing this year. I need us to get in the red zone. Show a commitment to. If you're gonna run the ball, show a commitment to running the goddamn ball. If you're gonna do a little short pass, commit to that. Stop giving up because they catch you a 1 yard loss. Okay, it didn't work that time. Try it again, a different metric. That's what I want to see. Commit to a style of play because this team right now is all over the goddamn place. Are we a running team? No, because we can't stay with the running game. Are we a pass team? No, because Gino throws an interception and we get sacked. So I want to see commitment to a certain phase of the game, and do it. You know, where we win or we fail, fine, but don't get away from it. Keep going. Because I see, because what happens is we keep running the ball, you wear a defense out. Well, I don't know about offensive line wearing a defense out, but you can wear them out. I just want to see them commit to a play style. We don't have an identity. So let's see if Olson can bring that play style into the fold. That's what I want to see. I am done.
Excellent. Make sure you guys get over to Chris for Raiders. Make sure you hit that sub, hit the notifications, hit the thumbs up. He's got a show tomorrow. He's got a show with me on Monday, the Monday Morning Quarterback. He'll be on Tuesday night with the Cover 3 with him, Raider Nation Jason, and Chewy. So make sure you hit those notifications so you know when he's going to be coming live. Go ahead.
And one thing, I'm gonna do a quick pull up to do a live so I can shave my damn nose hair since you guys like talking about my nose hairs.
Oh,
Okay.
Jesus Christ. Final thoughts for me and predictions. I already gave my prediction 30-21 Raiders win. Final thoughts. I will have my show on Monday with Chris, the Monday morning quarterback. I'll be on Tuesday night with the most notorious, along with Leo, Raider Will, and James. Wednesday night, Raider connection between with myself, Cheeto Linus, Jay from Just Raiders Baby, and Nate LV Raider 10. So, and then we'll be on Thursday night, myself and Nate on the Raiders Coast to Coast. As far as a final thought, well,
I'm sorry, I'm gonna cut you off. Jason, what time you do the show? Is it Tuesday? At what time?
he's on mute.
There you go. What time?
What?
What time you do the show Tuesday nights?
It'll be Tuesday nights at 5 p.m.
Okay.
Pacific Standard Time, 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern Time.
Right.
Are you starting at this Tuesday, or you don't?
No. Okay. We're gonna be running through some stuff this week, doing some drills, kind of plotting together points and consistencies and things. And I just the conversation. I've known him for about a year now, over a year, and had a lot of good conversations with them. And it will be a natural flow with him, and it's just. I'm still going to be a part of the 401 Raider Jeff Productions Saturday nights.
Thanks, SoCal.
On what's it called? Last Call Podcast.
It's right there above your head.
Yeah, it's right there. What's it called?
Yeah.
You guys are
old letters.
You guys are too easy.
I've had some time for this.
And then the open mic nights, I might drop in every now and then. It just depends. I mean, it's gonna be a long off season, boys. It's gonna be a long off season. You thought last year took forever. Woo! Next year's gonna feel like centuries.
We got a lot to talk about when the season's finished. We got a lot to talk about, especially when it comes to the mock draft. So, Jason, I hope you join me for another mock draft season.
Yeah. Schedule permitting. I've got.
Well, I'll hit you up. I still want to let's do it.
Schedule permitting. Most of the stuff I've gotten for this year, I've gotten taken care of. Next year, I'm going to kind of open up a little bit more. Hell, I might even go back to work just to give me something to do.
You gonna be a rent-a-cop?
No, fuck that shit.
Well, anyway. So make sure you guys, if you like this show on Saturday nights during the season and the Monday morning quarterback, make sure you don't miss another episode this season, because once the season's over, these shows will be taking a hiatus because there's no sense in doing a Monday morning quarterback. And the last call on Sunday night, on Saturday night, will probably be halted in the off season. May do something different during the off season. But again, this show here is mainly for setting up the talk about the game on Sunday. That's what this vision was always about for Chris and I with the last call, was a Saturday night show to talk about the Sunday game. It was the last call to do a show before the game. Monday, obviously, Monday morning quarterback is exactly what it is. We talk about the game that just happened on Sunday. So once the season's over, these shows will be on the shelf until next season starts getting closer to roll around and we start getting into it. If something breaks, then maybe we'll come on and do stuff. But other than that, these two shows will be shelved for a little bit. So make sure you guys hit those notifications so you know that we're on every Saturday night and every Monday too. I just want to say real quick my final thought here. I know there's one. I know the chants for the Raiders are always just win, baby, but there's one you haven't heard in a while that's been kind of pushed aside right now, and I want to get us back to saying that again once the team is where it should be. Because right now, commitment to excellence doesn't mean the same thing anymore.
No.
Commitment to excellence is almost like it's a thing of the past. It's part of Raiders lore. It's part of Raiders history. there's not much excellence coming out of this team the last 15 plus years. We've had some okay seasons. We've had some real bad seasons like this one here that we're experiencing now. So let's just hope that we can get this shit turned around and this team can get back to upholding that commitment to excellence. Because right now there is no commitment to excellence. I don't see any excellence on the field whatsoever from any position, from top to bottom. And that's what we're lacking right now. So hopefully the Raiders can get back to that so we can stop pushing that again and stop really living the commitment to excellence mantra, because right now this team is not that. So until next time, everybody, stay safe and go Raiders.
Raiders.
Raiders.